hard time to see how, or to describe how it all sort of has changed during the years. I think it's easier for people that's been like that are going down the Efterklang alley and to judge how it's been changing. Like every time we do an album, we do it full on, and it's very intense. And next you want to go somewhere new. So I think we've been doing quite a lot of different kind of things, and that's what we enjoy a lot. Like changing all the time, trying and change the way that we look at the music, the way that we've created, and the things that we're listening to. I started composing music when I was 16, maybe 17 actually. Around the town when I met Rasmus in the high school, that was where we started making our first songs together. I think that's kind of where it really started for me. Honestly, the first song I learned to play was Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. And that was, I thought that was a cool band at that time. Three of us grew up on the same island. The island is pretty big, but they were living in the same village, and they had various grunge bands. That was in the period of Nirvana and Pearl Jam, and so they had some grunge bands together. When we did music together in the end of the 90s, oh, it sounds so old. By the end of the 90s, we we were more like, it was more like, you know, in this wide genre of pop rock in a way. Like we were inspired by Radiohead at that time. Like it was the big OK Computer period. Like that was when we were experimenting, but we were basically a rock band, kind of a boring high school band, I'd say. And I've always felt sort of embarrassing listening back on what we did at that point, because it was, to me, it's like, you know, it's also cute and fun, but I have to be older to sort of enjoy listening back on those older demos, and but it was a fun time. That was kind of where we started, and the grunge period was a bit I wasn't really a part of that. We went from being a very visual band. When we released Tripper, we were working very closely with the film director, and he made some sort of collages that were very much connected to the music. They were kind of the visual aspect of the electronics at some point. They were very synced with mass electronics, and every time we played the song, it was live. It was like a real sync, like going from A to B, and very tight. Everything was very tight around it. And at that time, we were projecting it in the back, and we were more like shoegazing in the front, and not really making too much out of ourselves. We were just playing the music along to the movie. And then when we've made parades and were touring at that point, it felt like we wanted to actually put ourselves in a little bit more in the focus, or at least the music, and give ourselves the opportunity to add some freedom in the music. So in that case, we actually got rid of the visuals and focused a little bit more on the live band. And that's kind of the constellations we have now as well. And then, of course, we're making music videos, and we are, at least on the cover artworks as well. We've always been very concerned or excited about how the visual presentation of our music is being done. Film director called Jørgen Leth. He's Danish, and Jørgen Leth is a big hero for us. And he and Lars von Trier, which you probably know from Dance in the Dark and Dogville, they made a film together where Lars von Trier has to put up obstructions for Jørgen Leth. And one of the scenes is on a roof in Brussels, and Jørgen Leth is trying to explain a camera guy of how he wants the chairs to move around. And he's using the picture magic chairs to describe. When I watched that one and I heard this magic chairs, it felt kind of like a nice picture. We like the title, and we kind of feel that it connects with the music somehow, the way that the process we went through. And I also like the way that Vas and Hannibal made the artwork from that title. And it's very nice that it doesn't contain any chairs actually, which is the point of it. I think it's not really the actual thing. It's more like the combination of the words. Just today we made this chord outside the venue with a group of people from Portland, and this chord project is just one of the things that we have enjoying about the internet. It's a way we get in contact with the people that are listening to our music, and it's a way that they can communicate with us. It's easier to sense if you are promoting the show full on this way around, because you can actually do quite a lot yourself. By the end of the day, you'll find out that it's still the music that talks.
come you guys always look like you're having so much fun? And I like watch videos of you guys. You guys always seem so happy and getting along.
It's all fake. It's part of the entertainment. It's showbiz. No, I mean, when we're doing things like playing live or in generally, traveling or whatever, then there's good moments and bad moments. But usually when we are on a stage, for instance, it's basically the peak of the day. You sit in a car for a long time when you're on a tour. So the fact that you're actually doing what you are there for and what you've been planning to do is really an uplifting feeling.
So the payoff.
Yeah, it's a payoff for the shit. I mean, we're not just happy all the time. We have our fights, and we have old friends, of course, as well. So, but generally, there's that what keeps us going, and because this is not like a walk on roses. Like it's a lot of really long drives and a lot of doubt about what you're doing, and so on. So once we're actually doing the things we're doing and feeling that we get a nice response for that and so on, then it's just a great feeling. Do, 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 do.